What's up, guys? I haven't made a video in a long time, or at least a Starcraft video. I haven't really made any videos, especially commentaries, in a long time. I've been messing with OBS here, trying to see if I can get that looking good. I'm hoping my HDR is looking good with the filtering and stuff. But anyway, so I just started playing Starcraft again very recently. Played my first few games of the season today. Haven't really played hardly for the last couple of years, even really, but spent the last year, the last couple of months, I've kind of had my little kicks with it again for the first time in a long time. I've managed to stay plat. I did get placed into gold on my first ranked match when I got placed, but I beat the first two people and got put right back in plat. I think I've only lost one, but anyway, so I played this game against a random. And I wanted to, sorry, I should probably be spectating a little bit. I wanted to show it because I thought it was interesting. I just felt really good about my defense and stuff. But anyway, so this guy does a very hardcore all-in. As you can see, in fact, let's just go ahead and look again real quick here. He is doing I think he's doing a 12 pool. I apologize, guys. It's my first video. First time doing this in a while. I gotta get my shit together. But anyway, no, I guess he's going 14. But I do 14s a lot. Oh, he went 12. I was looking at me. Sorry. So he does a 12 pull, and I believe he pulls all of his workers, or maybe he doesn't. Not quite all of them. We'll see, because I don't, this is my first time actually seeing his point of view too. But so yeah, I thought, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Just now trying to remember all these hotkeys for spectating too. So he does an extreme all in here. 14 pulls, especially against Zerg. I always 14 pull against Zergs. I don't care what it says. I don't care how dirty people say it is. It's only dirty because people don't defend against it. But this was crazy. And as you see, since I went against a random, I did the very standard. Usually my very standard macro. I'm just now putting a pull down. I do the standard macro. What I like to do is I go right to 17, of course. I always build my overlord at 13, or at 13, right? And then overlord. So here we go. Yeah, left everything at home. Left one drone. He's building his first 3 Zerglings right now. Pulled every drone. That is 9 drones. 6 Zerglings, and I believe... Is he droning? No, he's building 9 more Zerglings right there. So, I went 17 hatch, of course. 18, and then when I go up to 18, then I build an extractor, then a pool. Right away. So, what was my decision here? I'm trying to figure this out myself. Because I'm trying to explain things, but also we gotta get into the action here. So, I don't know exactly what my thought process here was. I did see him coming across the map with my overlord, but I didn't know he pulled them all like that. So, I feel like I just did a really good job here. I mean, I was at yeah, you can see it here. My bad. 14 or 16 workers or so. I was almost fully saturated. And then, or no, that's him. I was at like 12. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I probably should just redo this video at this point, but. So by the time he shows up, I'm at 19 workers. Have no Zerglings yet. But my first hatch is about to come up, and my pull is about to come up. I think actually now that I remember, I think what I was trying to do here was get crawlers down, but I was waiting on my pool, and I just kind of pulled them a little early. So, kind of just waiting for time, sacrifice a few drones. This was kind of like my thought here. I just left a few back, and I already had this base up. And he's so focused on this, and I don't blame him. Getting the pool was actually not the worst idea in the world. But in this situation, he's ahead. He had more workers and Zerglings than me. I feel like he should have just been getting as many drones as he could before it was too late. But now, I officially have my Zerglings out. And my crawler's down here. He's over here focused on the pool. I already got a crawler going. And I'm just moved my workers down to a different base. Like, I lost some mining time, but it doesn't matter because he's got one drone. So I'm still mining way more than him, obviously. So, I'm trying to remember these hotkeys here. So he actually built a crawler too, which I didn't really pay attention to, but losing 2 drones to the broodlings too, that's not good. So by the time he comes down here, I already got a crawler, watching basically my whole mineral line. Enough of it, because I don't have enough workers that I can still mine. So, and at this point, I already got, well, 10 Zerglings. And I got some gas saved up. Managed to get a little over 100 gas in this time period. So now, I move the crawler forward. It's not getting attacked because he's got to worry about everything else. My crawler's able to go down without being stopped. And by this point, I've already killed almost all of his units. I basically killed his crawler before it goes down because if you don't know, I'm sure most people that play, or most people at my level should know, but if you're attacking a crawler, I don't know if it's just all melee units. I don't know how it works exactly, but I do know that Zerglings, it's probably all melees damage on crawlers, but it significantly decreases their time to burrow or whatever, get stationary and actually attack. So now I got this forward crawler. I got my pool already back up. I got 8 workers. And so I play really aggressive for a minute here because I just can. And then I say, well, there's no point. He's got a crawler down. I had 12, well, I only had like 6 Zerglings actually there at the moment. So there's no point in pushing this. I see what he's got. He's got 3 drones. And he just used all of his minerals that he had on a pine crawler that's already half dead. So, funny as it is, I'm over here with 7 workers, and I'm cruising. I'm killing it compared to him. Then I realized I got a little blind spot here in a couple places. I could kind of get like maybe 4 Zerglings at a time without getting attacked by the crawler. Trying to play up with that range just a little bit. And also, instead of getting my Zergling speed, which I kind of regretted it after I put it down, but I thought, it's fine. Actually, probably, I took a little risk and just spent, I was going to get a Baneling Nest because I thought, Baneling Nest? I could afford 2 Banes right away. That crawler's already almost dead. I did lose all my Zerglings again trying to get it, but he's got no minerals. He can't build a queen. He can't afford it. And he puts another crawler down. And I get the thought process. He really wants to feel like he's safe. And this doesn't work the way I wish it did. I probably shouldn't have showed it off, but this is the problem. Now I don't got the Zergling speed, so it take a long time to get over there. Also, he's got no overlords in the middle of the map. I guess I really don't either, so I can't say nothing. I should have, once I realized he was Zerg, I really should have moved my overlords like over here and stuff, but yeah. Didn't quite work the way I wanted it, but I think this is about the point where I'm just like, there's no point in this. I get my queen and I'm officially droning at this point. And, you don't come back from that. It's 2 workers to 11. And it doesn't seem super significant, but 50 to 150 in minerals with, and then you look at the fact that I got 6 times the workers that he does. It's just, you don't win. You don't come back. There's no coming back from that. Quite literally, his only chance was if I kept aggroing. And this is where he kind of messed up. He really, I don't know. I guess because they were hurt and he wanted to keep them. I get it. He's putting them in the minerals and he's trying to make a little wall, make it harder for me to attack into it. But this is when I kind of realized, oh, there's where the crawlers are. And it does take me a minute to realize, oh, I can just attack his hatchery now. But that's the problem. He moves these back, and now I got free. It's free. He has no zerglings. He's got 4 drones. He can't afford to use his drones to attack anything. They got to stay by the crawlers if he wants to be even close to having any possible semblance of a chance here. Which is still just shooting way in the dark. It's not going to happen. But this is when he realizes he's got to do something. Now, if he was going to do this, if he was going to actually move his drones off again and actually chase my zerglings, I think he was just fed up at this point. He knew he lost a long time ago. I thought it was really funny. He said, "Lucky motherfucker." And I was like, no, you got outplayed. You just made the wrong decisions there. I think if you were going to do something crazy like this, you would have something very specific in mind that you were planning on doing that was going to work more correctly. Now, if he was if I were going to do something like this, and I have done it, and I've made it work, there used to be a common build. I think it was more hard the swarm days, but you'd go to like their third or something, drop a hatch. Drop a fucking hatch over here. I won't see that shit. I probably would have noticed the drone or a couple drones coming over if he didn't bring them all, you know. But, and I would have been like, what the hell? But if you can get the hatch down, even if I see the hatch and it's like half health already when it's building, morphing, whatever, I'm only probably just getting my first zerglings out anyway. It's probably gonna finish. And the thing is, you bring like 1 or 2 extra drones, your pool should be up by the time you get your hatch down across the map on their side. So you can literally drop crawlers as soon as the hatch pops. And then not only are you worried about trying to kill that hatchery, but now you got some crawlers building on the outside your door. And that's just no bueno. So, and it's very tough from there because as a Zerg, I'm just now getting my creep over here, you know? Like, if I had to deal with his hatch right here 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes, 7 minutes ago, with 2 spines, I would have never had my creep over there. And this natural that I built, you know, regular macro-wise, he probably would have killed it. And in fact, since we're both Zerg, he could have pulled his crawlers up once he had some Zerglings out and moved them on my my natural. And, you know, it's still very aggressive. It might not work, but you're going to do something like pull the drones like that. And this is where officially I'm just like, well, let's get that gas going. Screw it. This is probably a little too much. You don't need to be fully saturated on both with 1 mineral line saturated. But I know that I'm very safe. I'm not going to lose at this point. I mean, I even put spores down in my mineral line just to be extra fucking safe. Third hatch is already up. He's still on 1 fucking base. Built another spine crawler, even though the aggression has clearly stopped. I think that's his biggest mistake, honestly. How do I look at upgrades? It's... Yeah, look. The resources lost is actually way less for me, but... So, yeah, he doesn't even have Zerg speed. I guess I could have looked at him and seen that myself, but... I got Overlord speed and Zerg speed already. It's just... And then he built 2 extractors with 9 drones on... No. And he does play random. I got to give him some credit. He's trying, but... As a fellow Zerg, you got 9 drones mining minerals. You don't need even 1 fully saturated gas. He's got... Look how much... Well, I guess I'm doing the same thing, but like I said, I knew how safe it was. And I knew I was going to just drone for days at this point. So might as well just get the gas going. The minerals will catch up, was what I had in mind here. I already got my lair. Should be popping roach speed, I think, here in a second. I went ahead and put a hydrant in and a spire down. Actually, I might have skipped roach speed, but I feel like I would have got it, though, just in case. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I played another game or two after this one. So, and also I was setting up the OBS, and it took me a while, so I'm kind of already fuzzy on what I did here. Fourth base going down, still no second. And it's even got, what is this? What is this? 4 on both extractors. Why? Why? And also, you're floating 500 minerals and you haven't put a second base down. I know I hate to sit here and shit on the guy. I don't want to be mean about it, but you're just not making the right decisions. I don't know how else to say it. So I already got range 1-1 on the way. Yeah, like, just look at the difference there. That tells you everything. Production tab is always... I officially got vision all over the map. He ain't gonna throw nothing across the map at me without me knowing about it, really. And at this point, I'm just gonna build up a bunch of gas. My first plan was to just make a bunch of mutas, and then I realized I don't even need to do that. Let's go all out. Let's really get this. We're making sure we win this rank game. You know, I hadn't really scouted them or nothing yet. I was just focusing on macro as much as possible because I knew I wouldn't lose if I didn't fall behind on macro. So, but again, I hate to keep pointing it out, but what is this? Why you got 1 extra? And even 2 on both of these is about the max you should be doing. I get it though, because he's on 1 base. So if you are actually stuck on 1 base, I think what he's thinking, he's scared. He's scared, and he knows I got these overlords here. So he knows if he puts a base down, I'm absolutely going to see it. I assume that's his thought process here. So he's just like, well, I guess I'm not going to do that. But, I don't know. If you're really that worried about it like that, which, yeah, overlords everywhere. But if it were me, if I was like that scared of having the opponent having vision and then attacking me because they know I got a natural down with no defense, make a transport overlord. He's got a lair. I think that's the only requirement, so I don't make them very often. So, but I believe you just make a lair and you could do it. Already got flyer attack speed or attack damage. Got my creep cruising out. How do I look at units? Yeah, so got 5 mutas. Got a nice little ball of roaches and hydras. I mean, it would take out anything he's got, pretty much. He's getting hydras out, I guess, with every little bit of money he can possibly make. But which, you know, if I had just really sat there and massed mutas, the mutas would have still won it if I used all my resources for him. But I'm over here. Let's see. Better remember how to do this. Where is it? I just want the upgrades. There it is. Yeah, I already got road speed, overlord speed, zerg speed, bane speed, 1-1 for ranged, attack, flyer damage, and extended range for hydras and faster movement speed for the hydras upgrades. So those alone, even without the 1-1, just having those upgrades, I mean, they're just not. My hydras are faster and have more range, so even if he had like a couple more than me or something, I'd probably just win anyway for the range. And then if I was losing the fight, I could run. But so where are we at here? 2-2 is almost done. Oh yeah, I was like, yeah. Already got to a hive. Went ahead and went to a hive. Gonna go ahead and get a greater spire. I was like, well, might as well just make sure I win this game. I'm getting plenty of gas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixth base going down. He's only just now putting a second down. Surely, there's no way in hell he thought he did enough damage to me for that to be even remotely. Yeah, adrenal glands on the way. Greater spire halfway done. Mining lots of gas. I'm over here floating. At optimal workers already. Pretty much maxed out on workers. And I believe this is about the point where I should be building. Should be getting corruptors out very soon. Because I already built them. Yeah, I already built them, so. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 corruptors. Yep, as soon as that greater spire goes up, all my gas. Go ahead and max out. Oh, that's actually all of them. And I'm pretty much just ready to get some units traded here, just so I can build more corruptors. At this point, like, I can float corruptors and have extras that I don't need, just so I can build more broods when, like, my supply being bloated with corruptors is not bad because I just have so much more. It doesn't matter. But yeah, 6 bases, got half the map covered in my own creep. Just, and the static defense. And I was saying this earlier. I was trying to say this earlier towards the beginning. He was down. He was under 8 drones probably, and he was still building spines. Every like 100 minerals he got, he kept building the spines. The first one I get, the first one he is okay, but after that, drone. Your best fucking bet is to hope I don't attack, which I didn't. I gave him as much possible room and time as he could have wanted. He wouldn't have won anyway, unless I really did something stupid. But he had, and also, like, what is this? Full queen. Like, I get it. Sometimes I fall behind too, but that's when I'm on like 5 or 6 bases. End up with a full queen at a base that I'm not using. I'm not larva injecting perfectly either, but full queen. Come on, dude. And he's got minerals. Like, if he was injecting, he could at least be building zerglings or something. Like, I mean. So, here we are. 15 broods making their way across the map. What's the units looking like? Yeah. 15 broods. 22 zerglings with adrenal glands and 2/2. And this is where he realizes. Yeah. And just because I had so much extra gas at maxed out supply, went ahead and made like 16 banelings. Let's just make sure we win. And he was only pretty much building Hydra, so it actually worked out great. Because Bane's hard counter Hydra is pretty fucking hard, especially for cost efficiency. But very much so the end. I know this is probably pretty boring for the most part, the whole rest of the video here, but I did just really think the beginning was interesting, and I really felt good about the defense I had. And it's also just a textbook way to watch what happens when someone, just how to handle that situation. Not just the cheese itself, but after the aggro's ended and you've defended, how you sit back and macro properly. I mean, anyone that's a plat like me or even a gold, they can watch this and be like, I already, they know. Even if they're not the perfectly clean on it, they know how to do it. They know what they're doing. But anyway, I just wanted to make a video. It was also just my first little test video with OBS, so also got a really nice new mic. I hope it sounds good. Hope the audio was also good on this with the video or the game and stuff and my voice together. But yeah. First video in a while, guys. Just kind of a test. I know I'm going to get like 5 views on this max anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just talking to myself. But thanks for watching if you do watch. And that's about it. Might start actually streaming, by the way, too, to YouTube. Might do it right after this, just because I got it all set up. But yeah.